himself as a weak player. Oh, these young guys are super geniuses, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But when anybody watches the tape of this game, their respect and the credibility of Phil Locke is going to skyrocket. And
yeah,
you know, that dummy routine's not going to work much longer.
This is a terrible, terrible thing for Locke. He has completely shopped himself here. This is.
He was so happy he made a big mistake in the Premier League that the world would see. We pointed it out. We jumped out of our chair.
So right.
He didn't pay off a $6,000 bet on the river when he had a flush, and we couldn't believe it. And he said, "Oh, that's only going to help my image. I don't even care about it. I'm happy I did it." You know.
Well, Jungleman's opened this for 300. Everyone around to trick it in the original straddle position has called, making this a 5-way pot. And
folks, let me tell you something. Here's a parameter of a good poker game. When you're playing no limit hold'em, if you get 3, 4, 5 guys call them pre-flop, you're in a good game. And this is a good poker game.
And this is a big flop. We've got a bottom set here for Jungleman. 2 straight draws in the guise of Katchalov and Ignate.
Because there's 2 clubs out there, Jesse, you know, the straight guys can be scared off and out of this pot if they get bet out of the pot. I'll be very surprised if Jungleman doesn't take down this pot before it's over with. But
he's bet 1,100. This was, he was the original raiser, the opening raiser. So how does Katchalov want to do this?
You might call to take off 1 card here.
And one of the reasons that calling take off 1 card is a nice idea. Being in position for Katchalov, he's going to have a good chance to maximize.
Well, the problem is it's not quite 20% of a stack, but you know, if he had a deep stack, you'd certainly want to take 1 off against a deep stack, you know, like the Jungleman's got. But
I mean, against a certain range of hands, you might just want to go all in here. You know, feeling like he's got some overcards, which will be good. And he has raised this, Mike.
Wow. Well, I am surprised at that.
Yeah, Katchalov was hoping he had somewhere in the neighborhood of 11 or 14 outs. As it turns out, he's got a lot less than that. He's got 8, but if the board pairs, that number will shrink considerably.
Well, they ask if you want to run it twice. Now, running it twice means you put up a turn card in the river for half the pot and another turn card in the river for the other half of the pot. In high-stakes poker, this happens a lot. We haven't seen it yet here.
That's in the rule sheet.
Okay, twice.
That's what running it twice means. And you're going to get to learn something here if you don't know about it, because they both agreed to run it twice. Now let's see if the tournament people allow them to do that. But this is not a tournament, it's a cash game. I think they should be allowed to run it twice.
Yeah,
if they want to. It's their money.
2 times it is.
Yeah, it is in the rules of this 40-hour game that players they do have that option.
Okay, so essentially what they're doing is playing for the half a pot twice. Here's the first half. The board pairs 10s.
You just close that one off.
So that's the first. Katchalov is closed out. He can't win it even if he makes it straight. He makes queens up, which is no good.
I need on the river.
I mean, Katchalov has to catch a king or an 8 to win the pot.
It would have been unfortunate.
Without the board pairing, that's all he can do.
Yeah.
And at least he didn't hit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And
So now Jungleman knows he's getting at least half the pot.
You're going to lose.
Now it's just a matter if he gets the whole pot. He's got to dodge a king or an 8.
Well, if I double pair, it's even better.
Well, there's an 8. So running it twice might pay off for Katchalov here. If he can dodge the board pairing, he's going to get half the pot back and actually make money in this hand.
I want to win the money.
With a set.
It's funny, there are certain dynamics when people always run it twice. Barry Greenstein, as you know, Mike, sort of well known for his refusal to do that. He doesn't want to get people pushing in on him, knowing that if they get caught and they're on a draw, they're going to get a chance to reduce their variance.
That's why he doesn't do it, because he thinks it affects guys playing. Knowing they get to run it twice, they get more chances to win the pot, so they'll make lighter calls, so to speak. But the truth is, mathematically, doesn't matter if you have the best hand or the worst hand, it's equal to you to run the thing twice. Now,